Alright, what's going on, everybody? We are live for the Seahawks and the 49ers here on Saturday night. Should be a great game. The battle for the top seed in the NFC and also the NFC West title. But it should be a really good game. And I'm actually not on wait for once. I thought it was going to be on wait because they had the countdown on. It was like going to start at like 7:50 and then it's now 8:08 and it still hasn't started. But welcome to the stream, everybody. The 49ers and the Seahawks. The Seahawks will get the ball first. And this should be a great game. I took the Seahawks to get the win here, I think by a score of 30-26. But I'm not completely sure. But the kick is away, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback as Rashid Shaheed takes a knee. So Darnold on the Seahawks offense on the field at their own 35. And they'll get the ball first in this game. Oh, there's actually a flag on the kickoff. So let's see. I don't know, but there's some kind of penalty it goes against. I don't know. I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on right now. Alright, Seahawks or 49ers, be sure to vote on that poll. So the penalty was a 5-yard penalty against the Seahawks. They get the ball to 30 as opposed to 35. Darnold to throw, and on the first play, throws to the outside for Rashid Shaheed, and he picks up 3 on the first play from scrimmage. This is a Seahawks offense playing pretty well. They are without their left tackle, Charles Cross, but they've been great so far this year. One of the highest scoring teams in the NFL. But Darnold under center here. After 3 yards there on first down. They bring a tight end across the formation. And Darnold hands off to Kenneth Walker to the right side. And Walker's got space. And a first down. Getting about 8 on the play. He moves to 6 for the Seahawks. Hold on. Left my water over there. Alright. So it's a first down here for the Seahawks. Darnold under center from the 41. They bring Shaheed across the formation. And Darnold going to look to throw. And he'll set up the screen for Walker. Gets a block. Walker with a lot of space. Has another blocker downfield. Walker inside 49er territory. Runs somebody over. And he's taken down to 39-yard line. A nice catch and run. And a good play right there for the Seahawks. This is the 49ers defense that is pretty good, although haven't been the best over the last few games. They allowed 38 last week against the Bears. They allowed 27 the week before to an offense led by a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. So I do think we're going to see the Seahawks be able to score some points. So from the 39, Darnold under center. Shaheed is the guy in motion. Charbonnet is the back, and they'll hand it to him here straight ahead. And Zach Charbonnet, pretty good run, about 6 yards on first down. So it's been a good opening drive so far for the Seahawks. 12:45 to go in the first quarter. It's a 2nd and 6. The Seahawks, they run the ball in 47% of their plays. That's the highest percentage in the NFL. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Darnold under center. And another run play here, Charbonnet. And this time, nowhere to go. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. And it brings up 3rd and 4. So 3rd and 4 here. Could be 4-down territory for the Seahawks, depending on what happens on 3rd down. So 3rd down and 4. from the 33, so probably not 4-down territory. They'll probably just kick the field goal if they don't get it. Darnold to throw. Darnold throws over the middle, call for a first down at the 25-yard line. Actually, he'll get down to the 24. And a first down, and they move the sticks. And they convert on 3rd down. One of the tight ends, that's Eric Saubert with the catch right there. And a first down. I thought Darnold was going to get sacked here. There was pressure from the right side. We're able to throw off before the pressure affects the throw. Darnold 3 for 3, 32 yards. He's under center here, I formation. And they'll go to the ground. Walker cuts back and breaks the tackle. Kenneth Walker does run 8 yards there on first down. This has been a very good Seahawks drive to start this game. Brings up 2nd and short. And Zach Charbonnet back in the game at running back. I really don't understand the Seahawks' obsession with him. I mean, he's not terrible, but Walker is definitely the better player. And they just give Zach Charbonnet like 1,000 touches a game. So 2nd and 2 from the 16. They give Charbonnet the ball here. And Charbonnet has a first down. And he gets down to the 10-yard line. Nice 6-yard run. And another first down for the Seahawks. Ten minutes to go in the opening quarter. 1st and goal here for the Seahawks from the 10-yard line. Play selection so far, 5 run plays, 3 pass plays. Motion to tight end across the formation. Charbonnet at the back from the 10. Darnold going to throw. And Darnold throws. End zone incomplete. Looking for JSN, but a flag is down. They're going to call pass interference against the defense. I'm not really sure I love that call. No, I don't really love that call. So it's 1st and goal after the penalty puts the ball on the 1-yard line because the foul occurred in the end zone. So 1st and goal from the 1 for the Seahawks. So far, results in the poll, everyone has said the 49ers will win. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. You're rooting for the 49ers. Okay. I don't really have a preference who wins this game. Just hoping for a good game. Darnold to throw. Darnold pressured. Tries to spin away, but he gets dropped for a sack. Back at the 13-yard line. Darnold goes down for a big loss, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They went play action here, and Darnold just had nowhere to go with the ball. Look like they were trying to hit Charbonnet in the flat, who was open. Darnold just didn't throw it to him. But the 49ers don't have many sacks on the year, just 19, which is one of the worst in the NFL. But they get one there. 2nd goal is a handoff for Charbonnet. Gain of about 5. Makes it 3rd and goal. It's been a 10-play, 63-yard drive, taking 6:35 off the clock. So far for the 49ers. Sorry, for the Seahawks. Been a very good opening drive. And it looks like they're going to call a timeout right here. They can't get lined up right. Play clock is almost at 0. And Mike McDonald calls timeout. So they take a timeout with 8:09 to go in the first quarter before a 3rd and goal. And this is a big one right here. Let's see if the 49er defense can get a stop or if the Seahawks put the opening drive in the end zone. They get the ball on about the 8-yard line with 8:09 to go in the first quarter. So Darnold in shotgun, Charbonnet to his left. And they're going to run the ball here on 3rd down. Charbonnet up the middle. Going to get to the 4. I'm not really sure what that call is. Unless they're going to go for it on 4th down. I don't love it. I mean, why would you run the ball on 3rd and 8? I mean, I would throw the ball. But they're going to go for it, so I mean, I guess it does kind of make some sense. The Seahawks don't go for it very often. Just 11% of the time, which is lowest in the NFL. From the 4-yard line here, Darnold in shotgun back to his right. Darnold looks to throw. 49ers bring a blitz. Darnold, end zone, incomplete. Led Cooper Kupp too far to the outside. And a turnover on downs forced by the 49er defense. Looks like the Seahawks wanted a flag here. But there's no flag, and the Seahawks turn it over on downs on the game's first possession. So they move the ball effectively, but no points to show for it. So a good drive, they go right down the field, but the 49ers defense with the red zone stop. And they get the ball for their first possession at their own 4-yard line. But that was a pretty good drive for the Seahawks. They went 12 plays, 66 yards, took over half the first quarter, 7:37 to be exact. But then solid in the red zone. And the 49ers take over with the football. But while they're at commercial, let me check my score prediction for the game. I don't remember exactly what I said. I think I said something. I did say higher scoring. I think I said 30-26 or something in that range. Yeah, 30-26. I took the Seahawks. So far this week, I'm 0 for 1. I took the Panthers to get the win. That obviously did not happen. Instead, it was the Bucks getting the win 16-14. And then I'll have to see what happens tomorrow to see if they make the playoffs or not. If the Saints beat the Falcons, the Buccaneers are in the playoffs, but if the Falcons beat the Saints, the Panthers are in the playoffs. But the Seahawks, they just pulled up the 4th down numbers. They don't go for it very often on 4th down, just 11 attempts on the season, which is fewest in the NFL. But they've converted 7 of them, which is good for 63.6%, which is 9th best in the NFL. Hey, what's up? And the defense for the 49ers against 4th downs, they are about average, or a little bit below average. They've got conversions 51 or 57.1%. I didn't know you were doing this game. Yeah, I decided to do this game because obviously there's no Monday night game this week. Plus, it's also a great matchup, so. You got the Seahawks 24-20. Okay, I took the Seahawks 30-26. But the 49ers with the football here from the 4-yard line, and their first play, a handoff to McCaffrey, who gains 3. ers offense playing really well. Brock Purdy, 10 touchdowns, 2 turnovers over his last 2 games. The offense put up 42 last week, 48 the week before. and they scored in 27 straight quarters, which is a team record. So 2nd and 7 from the 7. Purdy in shotgun, going to look to throw. And Purdy, from his own end zone, throws underneath. That is caught, but a short gain of about 4 on the play. And brings up 3rd down. That was Kyle Juszczyk with the catch. No Trent Williams this week for the 49ers. So Austin Pleasance gets to start at left tackle. For Trent Williams, he is missing his first game of the season with a hamstring injury that he suffered last week. So Purdy going to look to throw. He'll throw outside and it's too high and too far outside for Jennings, and it's incomplete. So the 49ers will go 3 and out, and they'll punt it right back. Looks like Jennings just stopped, but I think if he keeps running, he might have a chance to catch this. But Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Rashid Shaheed back deep to receive. 3 career punt return touchdowns, including one a few weeks ago against the Rams. So Shaheed from the 40 fields it on a knee. He gets up. He's able to keep his balance, and he brings it back to midfield. So a great return and great starting field position for the Seahawks for their second possession with 5:52 to go in the first quarter. Although, now there's a flag down. It's a face mask going against the 49ers. That gives them even better field position, starting now at the 13-yard line. Sorry, the 35-yard line. I don't know why I said the 13. Yeah, that's definitely a face mask. But Seahawks, they get off to a great start. They move the ball very effectively on their opening drive and get all the way down inside the 5 before they turn it over on downs. And the defense gets off to a great start, and they force a 3 and out. But a great start for the Seahawks, and we'll see what they can do for their next possession. Got 5:52 to go in the first quarter, and after the punt, a 10-yard return, and the 15-yard penalty, they got the ball at the 35-yard line. So really good starting field position. Hold on 1 second. So far, results of the poll, 88% of you guys said the 49ers win, 12% have said the Seahawks. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. I took the Seahawks 30-26. Although, I went back and forth in this game quite a bit. Because, usually in a game like this, I would take the team that's at home, so in this case, the 49ers, but the Seahawks, they're also so good on the road that, I don't know. But speaking of being home and away, this is a huge game for the 49ers because if they win this game, they don't have to leave home again this year. And that includes the Super Bowl, which is obviously in San Francisco. But the winner of this game will obviously win the NFC West and get the top seed in the NFC. These teams met in the playoffs a few years ago in 2022. The 49ers dominated that game 41-23. And I would not be shocked to see these two teams meet in the playoffs once again. The 49ers, they're 7-1 against the Seahawks since 2022. That includes the playoffs. So here's a handoff. Walker breaks a tackle and gains 3 on the first down carry. Loser plays the Bucks or Panthers, I think. Yeah, because loser will be the 5 seed. They will be on the road, but you gotta like your chance if you're the Seahawks or the the 49ers. Because, I mean, you'll play a team with a losing record in the first round. No, I can't let you guys see the screen. So 2nd and 7. Darnold throws outside. It's caught by JSN, and he's out of bounds after getting about 5. But the Seahawks, their opening drive, 7 minutes 37 seconds, is their longest drive without points since I believe that's a 2018 before. Why? Because of copyright. So 3rd and 2. They bring Cooper Kupp across the formation. Charbonnet is the back. And Darnold going to hand it to Charbonnet, who got some space. Charbonnet getting to the outside. Zach Charbonnet down the sideline. Makes a man miss and scores. Zach Charbonnet with the game's first points. And Seahawks take advantage of good field position. And Zach Charbonnet finds his way into the end zone. It's a 27-yard touchdown. And they're on the board first. A nice run right there. And Seahawks take the lead with 4:29 to go in the first quarter. This play is originally designed to go to the right, but a good job by Charbonnet to cut back. A nice block on the outside. And all Charbonnet's got to do is beat the last guy. And he's able to break that tackle. So it's a 3-play, 35-yard drive. And the extra point, a little bit of a high snap. But then the extra point is good. So it's 7-0 Seahawks with a little over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. And they capitalize off the great field position. And they're up by 7, 4:29 to go in the first quarter. This game also a rematch of a game we saw in week 1. So that was a long time ago. That game in Seattle, 49ers won 17-13. But I expect this game to be a little bit different. I think it should be a lot better. I think we'll see a lot more points scored. Wow, neither team was good in the red zone in that game. Just pulled up the box score. The 49ers were 2 for 5 in the red zone. Seahawks went 1 for 3. And both teams turned it over twice. But both teams have come a long way since then. But so far, results in the poll, 82% of guys said the 49ers will win, 18% have said the Seahawks. So again, be sure to vote if you have not already done so. I took the Seahawks 30-26. So far, the Seahawks outgaining the 49ers 92-7. Offense looked quite good. But the offense for the Seahawks, they've also been playing really well. 27 last week against the Panthers, 38 the week before against the Rams. Now, the game before that wasn't great. They didn't score a touchdown, but the offense playing pretty well. Alright, so they're back from commercial. The 49ers will get the ball back. For Zach Charbonnet, that's his 12th rushing touchdown of the season, which is most by a Seahawks since 2014 when Marshawn Lynch had 13. I really did not know Charbonnet had 12 touchdowns. That's pretty good. So the kickoff away here, and it is going to be a touchback as it bounces in the end zone and will be brought out to the 35. So, I mean, the NFL's new rules to and to try to encourage more returns. It seems like that worked for last year, but now the teams are just kicking it into the end zone and it's not working. So, I'm not really sure what they're going to do about that. I was never really a big fan of changing kickoff rules to begin with. So, I don't know if they're going to make another chance to try to encourage more returns or whatever. But I feel like every kickoff, or almost every kickoff I've seen recently, has just gone into the end zone. So the 49ers started the 35. The first play, a handoff to McCaffrey for gain of about a yard, maybe two. Same way they started the first drive, a run from McCaffrey that didn't gain a whole ton. They also just showed a graphic comparing coaches who had the best starts coaches have gotten off to in their first 2 years on the road. Mike McDonald's 14-2 on the road. Seahawks a very good road team. Purdy going to try to step up and scramble here and he gets sacked. Purdy with nowhere to go. It brings up third down as the Seahawks defense gets a sack. And it's 3rd and long here for the Seahawks. Another quick third down for the 49ers. Seahawks brought 5. Purdy had a way to escape, but then that closed quickly. So Purdy to throw on 3rd down, pressured again, steps up, throws underneath. That's caught by Juwan Jennings, makes the guy miss, and is then taken down a yard short of the line to gain. So it brings up 4th and 1, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And it'll be back-to-back 3-and-outs to start the game for the 49ers. So 4th and short, the 49ers streak of 27 straight quarters they've scored in looks to be in danger right here with just 2:31 to go. And Seahawks getting the ball back. Shaheed calls fair catch at the 18-yard line. And that is where they'll take over for their 3rd drive. But another pretty good drive for the Seahawks defense, and they really dominated to start this game. Hold on one second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. But Seahawks, the offense with 7 points, 2 really nice drives. Obviously, one they were able to capitalize off the great field position, and the other they went right down the field, although they didn't score. And then the defense, they've allowed, what would that be? 15 yards on 2 drives, and they forced 3-and-outs in both of them. Alright, it's actually 16 yards. But Seahawks offense averaging 6.2 yards per play. 49ers offense 2.7. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. And I want to pull up the 49ers streak real quick. They've scored in 27 straight quarters, which is, what is that? That's 6 straight games and 3 quarters of the next game. So the last quarter they didn't score in was, alright, the first quarter against the Rams. They were outscored 14-0 in the first quarter. Lost that game 42-26. But so the last time the 49ers didn't score in a quarter was November 9th. What is that, 8 weeks ago? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Niners had to wait by, so that's probably 8 weeks ago. But that is really impressive. I mean, that streak could end right here with only 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter, but that is still a very impressive streak. I mean, there's always a possibility they do score defensively, like a pick six or fumble return or something like that. Or maybe the Seahawks score very quickly, again. And then they get the ball back and they can score and extend the streak. But we'll have to see. So it's a first down for the Seahawks. They go I formation to start the drive. From the 18-yard line. Darnold under center. And he'll hand it off here. Kenneth Walker up the middle with a ton of space. And Walker getting to the outside. Walker, a nice run. Across the 35 to the 37-yard line. And a big run on first down. Man, this run game's look good to start the drive. Or start the game for the Seahawks. The interesting thing is the Seahawks run game isn't really anything super impressive despite running the ball at the highest rate in the NFL. But they've run the ball very well to start the drive. Or start the game, sorry. They've already run for 87 yards. That's on 8.7 yards an attempt. Here's another run play. Walker to the right side. This time not as much space, and he'll gain just a yard. But Walker's had a lot of space to run. Charbonnet's had a lot of space to run. As he ran for the long touchdown on that last drive. It has been really good to start the drive. So 2nd and 9. Darnold in shotgun back to his right. Kupp goes in motion. 1:05 to go in the first quarter. Darnold to throw. Darnold throws outside. It's caught by JSN at the 49-yard line. Gain about 12 and a first down for the Seahawks. Jackson Smith-Njigba might be his first catch right there. First or second. I know he got targeted before. But got called for interference. It was incomplete. His pace has slowed down a little bit, but he's still having a really good year. He was on pace to break the receiving record at one point. Not quite going to do that today. Unless he goes for like 500 yards. But it's still one of the better receivers in the NFL this year. Here's a handoff. Charbonnet up the middle. He's stopped pretty much at the line of scrimmage. And brings up 2nd down. And that could also be the final play of the quarter. So let's see. They don't have to run a play. They're at the line. And they will not run a play. Oh, wait a minute. We got a flag down. It's going to depend if this was after the quarter ended or not. I didn't see a false start. Two guys switched where they were lined up. I think that's what Mike McDonald's trying to argue. I mean, I'm not completely sure on that. There's a slight flinch, which I guess that's what they're calling, but there's two tight ends lined up to the right side. And one's on the line of scrimmage, the other's off. And then they switch. But I think the guy on the line of scrimmage flinches slightly before. So I'm not sure. I don't really think there probably should have been a penalty right there. But that's what they call false start. I think it was a legal formation. Like a legal formation, not like a penalty. Because I'm also pretty sure that only applies if you actually snap the ball. Like, if you're lined up illegally and call a timeout, that's perfectly fine. There's no penalty. But they end up calling a false start. And it backs the Seahawks up 5. So it's 2nd and 15 at their own 46 after that penalty. But we head to the second quarter, Seahawks up 7-0. And for the 49ers, it snaps their streak of points in 27 straight quarters. So that streak comes to an end. But it's a 7-point game. Hold on 1 second. Very quick first quarter. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it makes sense because Seahawks like never had an incompletion. They had like 1 or 2 incompletions the entire quarter. And they also ran the ball a lot. Alright, so they're back from commercial here. And they show the false start again. I still don't really see anything looking at it live, but they called the false start. Darnold to throw here on 2nd and 10. He throws outside for Smith-Njigba, and he makes the guy miss. And he gets down the sideline, makes another guy miss. Still on his feet. JSN down the sideline. He will score if he stayed in bounds, which it looks like he did. Touchdown Seahawks. Or let's see, they're going to rule him out. He's still in. Oh, he steps out. So he steps out about 3 yards past the first down marker. So it wipes off the touchdown, but still a nice catch and run. And a good job by JSN after the catch to get some extra yards. That should have been just gained about 2 or 3. So a first down here, Charbonnet to his right, or to the right. And Charbonnet, another great run here for the Seahawks. Charbonnet gaining 11 and a first down. Seahawks are running the ball really effectively. Zach Charbonnet, 8 carries for 58 yards already, and a touchdown. 7.3 yards per attempt. So from the 26-yard line, Darnold under center, bringing tight end across the formation. And Darnold fakes the toss right, rolls left. Darnold now sets his feet, now rolls to his right, escaping the pressure, and then throws downfield incomplete. Too far out ahead of Zach Charbonnet, and it brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Darnold under center from the 26-yard line. 13:58 to go in the first half. And they'll go to the ground here with Walker. And Walker swung down for a loss. It's a loss of 3 on the play. He's got nowhere to go. And it brings up 3rd and long for the Seahawks. Sam Darnold today, 6 of 8, 65 yards. This is a 3rd and 14. Seahawks' only touchdown came on 3rd down. That was a 27-yard touchdown. This is 3rd and 14 from the 30. Here's a swing pass out for Kenneth Walker, who runs on his own blocker on the outside, and he gets dropped at the line of scrimmage. But a positive play right there for the 49ers defense. They'll force a field goal try. And hold the Seahawks to 3 here on this drive. But again, it's another drive with the Seahawks able to move the football. Although this time they'll be forced to settle for 3. Walker's got some space on the outside if they can get that block, but Jake Bobo just cannot seal it. So a 47-yard field goal try for Jason Myers, and it is no good. He misses it wide to the right, and it stays 7-0. So Myers misses wide right. It stays 7-0 with 12:28 to go in the first half. So that's something positive right there for the 49ers. And maybe they can build on that because the offense needs something. So 0 first downs. For Jason Myers, that is his 6th miss of the year. He was 39 of 44 coming into the game. A season long of 57. That one was from 47. And he missed. He was 12 of 13 from 40 to 49 before today. Now make it 12 of 14 after the miss, obviously. So the 49ers will take over at their own 29-yard line following the missed field goal. The offense for the 49ers, 0 first downs, just 15 total yards. 2.5 yards a play. It has not been too great. And they've also only had the ball for 3 minutes. While the Seahawks have had the ball for 14 minutes. And they're at 150 yards. They've got 10 first downs. And are at 6.2 yards a play. And that drive for the Seahawks, another good one. Even though they ended up without points, they still went 53 yards in 10 plays. But the 49ers get it back down by 7, and we'll see what they can do for their third possession. Winner obviously wins the NFC West. They got the top seed, a bye next week. Home field advantage in the playoffs. And that's obviously huge for both sides. And the loser will play on the road in either Tampa or Carolina next week. So they're back from commercial here. Now, Ricky Pearsall's out again? I feel like that guy's always hurt for the 49ers. He's out with a knee/ankle injury today. Purdy throws outside here. It's bobbled, but caught by Kittle, making his return for injury. And he picks up about 5. Kittle had a huge game against the Colts 2 weeks ago, but he hurt his ankle towards the end of that game. Missed last week's game, but he's back this week. So 2nd and 4. Purdy in shotgun. Gonna look to throw here. Purdy throws to McCaffrey out of the backfield. There's a first down. The 49ers finally move the sticks. It comes in the second quarter with 11:40 to go. But they get their first down of the game. And they get inside Seahawk territory. McCaffrey as a receiver this season, 97 catches, 899 yards, 7 touchdowns. That leads all running backs in those receiving stats. Purdy off play action, throws to Juwan Jennings in the flat, and Jennings is going to get thrown out of bounds a yard short of the line of scrimmage. Make it 2nd and 11. Nice play on the outside by Tariq Woolen. And they lose a yard on first down. But McCaffrey now at 899 receiving yards after the play 2 plays ago. And if he does get 101 receiving yards today, which is seems pretty unlikely, but it's definitely possible. Then he'll become the first player in NFL history to have 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards in 2 different seasons. Purdy to throw on 2nd and 11. Throws over the middle. That is caught. No, incomplete. Jennings took a huge hit and could not hold on. And it brings up 3rd and 11. And Jennings still slowed it up. And really, he didn't get hit that hard. He just hit the ground hard. But hopefully he's okay. Although he looks okay. Although looks to be in a little bit of pain over on the sideline. But hopefully he's okay. But it's a 3rd and 11 here for the 49ers. On midfield, they're going to get the Seahawks 38 for a first down. So more like 3rd and 12. So an empty backfield for Purdy. He's going to look to throw. Purdy steps up. And Purdy going to try to run for a first down. Purdy going to get to the outside. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds about 2 yards short of the line to gain. So it'll be 4th and pretty short here for the 49ers. And a decision for Kyle Shanahan. I'd go for it. It's officially spotted as a 4th and 1. I'd go for it. And Juwan Jennings back on the field. So let's see he's okay. So it's 4th down and 1. The 49ers will go for it. Play clock at 3. Purdy and shotgun. They will get the snap off. Purdy? No, we actually got play blown dead here. So the Seahawks call a timeout here. It's their 2nd timeout they've spent here in the first half. McDonald's got his challenge flag out. Is he going to challenge something? Oh, he did challenge something. So he throws the challenge flag and then calls timeout. So I'm not really sure what that means. Oh, he could challenge the spot. If he wants to, because Purdy stepped out a little bit short of where he was actually spotted. It's about a 1 yard difference. But apparently he can't challenge that. But it's 4th and 1 here. Purdy gets pressure by about every player on the defense. Throws the outside. And it's broken up. Incomplete. Trying to get the use check. He was under pressure from about 4 guys. And they've turned it over on downs. But it looked like McDonald wanted to challenge it. Then he didn't challenge it. But it turns out he couldn't. Because you can only challenge the ball spot based on if you got the first down or not. You can't say you should be backed up an extra yard or 2. Which makes no sense. But that's another dumb rule the NFL has. But the 49ers, they pick up their first down of the game. But not much besides that. They turn it over on downs. And the Seahawks defense with another nice stop. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Alright, but we wait for them to come back from commercial. Seahawks get it back with a great field position. After they got the stop on 4th down, they'll get it back about midfield. Already up by 7. And Seahawks, they've moved the ball very effectively so far. So we'll see if that continues. They actually started around 40. So not midfield, but either way, good field position. We've got 9:35 to go in the first half. Seahawks up by 7. And they get the ball back. So they're back from commercial here. Seahawks outgaining the 49ers 150-39. Been a fairly one-sided game so far, despite it only being 7-0. So Darnold under center from the 39. Darnold going to look to throw. Plenty of time. Throws over the middle. Open receiver is caught by JSN at the 42-yard line. And a good chunk play to start the drive. 18 yards. And a Seahawk first down. So a good start to the drive. And Darnold under center. Charbonnet is the back here. Play clock at 5. They'll get the play off. And they're going to run the ball here. Charbonnet to the left side. And pretty active so far. But this time not as much space. As pick up 2. Sam Darnold is the 5th quarterback in NFL history to win 13-plus games in 2 straight seasons, joining Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning. Pretty good company with that stat. So 2nd down here from the 40, they'll go back to the ground. This time Kenneth Walker gets it, and he'll gain 4, maybe 5. So pretty solid play right there. And brings up 3rd and 4. The Seahawks, 19 of their last 27 plays have been run in 49er territory. Or not of their last 27, of their 27. That's kind of crazy. They've only run 9 plays inside their own territory. Or 8 plays, whatever that is. But it's a 3rd and 4 here. Darnold in shotgun from the 36. Darnold pressured very quickly. Going to try to run for a first down. He's able to escape the pocket. And he moves the sticks on a gain of 6. So a good job right there by Sam Darnold. Not really the guy you're used to seeing doing that. But to make guys miss behind the line of scrimmage. That was a nice play right there. So a first down for the Seahawks, 7:17 to go in the first half. And we got an injured 49er down on the field. Hopefully he's okay. Let's see who this injured player is. Oh, it's D. Winters. Hopefully he's okay. One of the guys helping replace Fred Warner, who could be back for the 49ers. If they get the bye next week, I think he could return somewhere in the playoffs. Let's see. So he broke and dislocated his ankle back in week 6 when they were in Tampa against the Buccaneers. But there's a chance he could return to play. Let's see. So there's a chance he's back by the NFC Championship game if the 49ers get there. And then there's also a chance, but there's a better chance he's back for the Super Bowl. Man, that would be a huge boost to this defense. Because, I mean, they're good. They're not playing really well right now, but they're still a very good defense. And if they get one of the best linebackers in the NFL back for a potential NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl, that'd be huge. I'm really surprised the 49ers haven't really been able to replace him as well as they have, because obviously he's the best linebacker in the NFL, which is not easy to replace, but they've done a pretty good job. But D. Winters was the injured player, 5'11", 227. In his third year at TCU, was a 6th round pick in 2023. But it's a first down here for the Seahawks. 7:17 to go in the first half. So they're back from commercial from the 31. Darnold under center. Cooper Kupp goes in motion. And here's a handoff up the middle, Walker. And he's got another good run, another 6 yards on the ground for the Seahawks. They've run the ball so effectively. They're probably well over 100 yards rushing. They've run for, 112 already here in the first half. And I mean, there's still 6:45 to go in the first half. It's been really impressive what they've been able to do on the ground. And the 49ers defense is actually pretty good against the run. It's the pass where they're not great. But they're allowing 112 rushing yards so far, 6.2 yards an attempt. Here's another run play. Kenneth Walker to the right side here, and he's got a first down, another 5 yards. As he gets down to the 20. Oh, this time a flag is down. We get a hold here. That'll back the Seahawks up by 10. They call against the rookie Gray Zabel from, I believe, North Dakota State. The left guard. Gray Zabel, one of 12 rookies to start every game this season. He was the 18th overall pick at North Dakota State. So 2nd and 11, Darnold to throw. Darnold throws outside. That pass caught. Gained about 5 in the play. One of the tight ends makes the catch, number 88 that time. So 3rd and 6. The Seahawks, they've never run 23 of 31 plays inside 49er territory. So from the 28, here's a 3rd and 6. Darnold in shotgun, Charbonnet to his right. Darnold has time, takes a shot down the sideline. That pass broken up. Looking for Jackson Smith-Njigba near the goal line, but it brings up 4th down. Jackson Smith-Njigba was open, but it looks like Darnold was a little late on the throw. That was going to be a tough catch. But it's another field goal try here for the Seahawks. Myers already missed from 47. This one from 45. Oh, not when you do that. And this time, Jason Myers, his field goal is good. So he hits from 45. And it's now 10-0 Seahawks. With 5:19 to go in the second quarter. But it's another good drive for the Seahawks. The offense, again, it would move the football. This time not quite as effectively, but they're still able to move it pretty well. 9 plays, 33 yards. And they're now up to 193 yards and 6 yards of play so far in the first half. They've thrown for 89, run for 115. Charbonnet and Walker both over 50 yards rushing. Walker 9 carries for 50 yards, Charbonnet 9 for 60. I wonder if they have the most rushing yards for a pair of teammates this season. I don't know exactly how many they've both run for, but I think it's probably quite a bit. Let's see. Walker's run for 930. Charbonnet's run for 656. So that's what? Like 1,500? Let's see. I'm going to add it up. Yeah, 1,586. I would think that's the most. The only other teammates I can potentially think of to be more than that is the Lions. Although maybe, you know what? You've got other guys like James Cook, who's run for 1,600 yards, so more than the both of them combined. Plus, then you've got Josh Allen, so definitely not then. But if you're talking strictly about running backs, then I think you've probably got it. Because someone like a James Cook and Josh Allen, they've combined for 2,200 yards. Cook's run for a little over 1,600. Allen's run for just shy of 600. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery have run for more than the Seahawks duo. So they're not quite leading the league among duos, but I'd imagine they're probably top 5. But they're back from commercial here. And the kick is away. And this one is going to bounce out of bounds. So it'll be brought out to the 40-yard line. And the 49ers will have good starting field position. The schedule next week, we've got a 4:30 and 8 o'clock game on Saturday, a 1 o'clock, 4:30, and 8 o'clock game on Sunday, and then a Monday night game. Right now, the plan is to stream all those games, just like I did last year. So the 49ers from their own 40. Purdy tries to set up the screen for Kittle, but he's dropped for a loss. The rookie Nick Eamon-Warrior with the carry right there. With the tackle for loss. And they lose quite a bit there on first down. But he's had a great year. The rookie from South Carolina. Does a great job reading that screen. And he's able to take Kittle down for a loss. So it's 2nd and 16. Purdy to throw on 2nd and long. He throws underneath, and that is caught by McCaffrey, but he's hit right there by Devin Witherspoon. And it's still 3rd and long. I mean, they got about 4 on the catch, but still not much. They're actually going to give him 6 on the catch. But it is still 3rd and long for the 49ers. So 3rd and 10. Purdy in shotgun back to his right. Purdy going to look to throw. Purdy pocket collapsing, able to escape. Rolls left. Throws on the run. Then he caught for a first down. 2 receivers right in the area. But Jennings makes the catch. And he gains 13 and moves the sticks. Nice play right there for Brock Purdy. They really needed that conversion and they're able to get it. Also, Purdy should not have been able to escape right here. But he's actually very good navigating the pocket. So, another nice job right there by Purdy. And a first down. Much needed first down as well. Brock Purdy, 8 for 11, 38 yards. They go to the ground here with Brian Robinson, his first carry. And Robinson picks up about 5. With 3:15 to go in the first half. So 2nd down and 4. We reached 3 minutes to go in the first half. So a 10-point Seahawk lead. So Purdy under center. And Purdy pressured quickly. Jump pass is caught by Kittle. Stays on his feet and gains 6. That's a nice play right there. Purdy with a little bit of a risky play. Just trying to get the ball out to Kittle. But he's having to make the play. Make a guy miss. And pick up a first down. They off to Marcus Lawrence, completely unblocked off the edge right there. And he does a good job reading that play. And almost able to blow it up, but Purdy able to get the play off. Or the throw off. But we reached the 2-minute warning here in the first half. A 10-point 49ers lead. Sorry, a 10-point Seahawks lead. But the 49ers with the football. And they're moving the ball here a little bit on this possession. So far, it's been 5 plays, 23 yards, which is one of their best drives. I mean, their previous drive where they turned it over on downs, they went 24 yards in 6 plays. So, I mean, this drive, pretty much the same. Which, I mean, it's still not a great drive, but with how low the bar is, it's probably their best drive of the day. But we wait for them to come back from commercial at the 2-minute warning. 49ers still have all 3 timeouts. Seahawks with 1. And the 49ers do get the ball to start the second half, which is definitely a good thing because we're down by 10 with 2 minutes left in the first half. So far, results on the poll, 59% of guys at the 49ers will win, 41% have said the Seahawks. So again, be sure to vote if you have not already done so. Alright, they're back from commercial at the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Winner of this game obviously gets the top seed in the NFC, a bye next week, and home field advantage all throughout the playoffs. So 1st and 10 from the 37. Purdy under center. And he goes to the ground for McCaffrey. And not much space to run. Maybe 3 yards. I was just about to say the 49ers haven't really given McCaffrey the ball that much. But, I mean, they haven't had the ball that much, so they haven't run a ton of plays. But George Kittle, after that previous catch, he passed Terrell Owens for second most catches in 49ers history with 593. He's about 750 catches behind Jerry Rice. I think it's safe to say he's not going to catch him. We got a flea flicker here. They flip it back to Purdy, who throws the outside for McCaffrey, and they'll pick up about 6 on the play. So it brings up third down here for the 49ers. It's marked a 3rd and 3. .117 to go in the first half, as the clock obviously stopped on that play that went out of bounds. The 49ers, the best third down team in the NFL, 51%, although tonight they're just 1 for 4. This is a 3rd and 3. Purdy to throw. Purdy, pocket collapsing, able to step up. Purdy tripped up in the backfield. Going to try to run for a first down, but he got tripped up. And brings up 4th down. So the Seahawks defense with another stop, and the 49ers now just 1 for 5 on 3rd down. Nwosu tripped him up. Brings up 4th and 3 here. Well, good for him. Very impressive stats to almost break. Congrats to him. Yeah, that is pretty impressive. Second most in 49er history for George Kittle. But the 49ers, they will settle for 3 right here. This is a 48-yard field goal try. It's not too easy. But their kicker is not missed from 40 to 49 on the year. And it'll stay that way, as he's good from 48. And he gets the 49ers on the board. So it's 10-3 with 1:06 to go in the first half. And by the way, after that, the sack on 3rd down, the Seahawks defense, after the Seahawks defense got the sack, they call their final timeout to save themselves some time. So you would expect them to be able to, or attempt to put a drive together here before the half. So it's 10-3, 1:06 to go in the first half, and the 49ers get the ball to start the second half. So we'll see how aggressive the Seahawks get right here. So the 49ers can kick off right here. And Yarrow sends it away. And it is going to be brought back from a yard in front of the goal line, also known as the 1. And Shaheed on the return crossed to 30 and will get to the 35. So good return right there. And pretty solid starting field position for the Seahawks. Same as a touchback. If it goes into the end zone, that is. So D. Winters walked to the locker room for the 49ers. A little bit of a limp. He's questionable to return with an ankle injury. So hopefully he's okay. He got hurt a few drives ago. And he's now back in the locker room. So a minute to go here for the Seahawks. They're out of timeouts. The 49ers still have all 3. So Darnold in shotgun back to his right. Darnold going to look to throw. Darnold pressure. Pocket collapsing. Darnold goes down for a sack. 50 seconds left in the first half. Clock is running. It's the second sack of the day for the 49er defense. And this is a defense that's not got many sacks. So have 2 in the first half. That's pretty good. Down to 25 seconds left in the half. Darnold to throw once again. Darnold steps up, throws the outside where it's caught, and a decent pickup right there, getting to the 38. And 10 seconds left in the half, probably time for one final play. No, they'll just take it to halftime. So it's 10-3 at halftime. Not a great first half for the 49ers, but only down by 7. So I think if you told them this is what would happen, they'd probably take that. But the 49ers, they've allowed 115 rushing yards in the first half. That's the most they've allowed this season in a first half. Could have had 16. That is true. They did miss that field goal. And the first drive, they turned it over in the red zone. On downs, that is. That is true. But, I mean, if you're the 49ers, you probably have to be not that bad, considering you're only down 7. You didn't play that well. You could be down a whole lot more. And you got the ball to start the second half. But a 10-3 Seahawks lead at halftime. I'm going to go take a quick break, fill my water, use the bathroom. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. So we got a 10-3 Seahawks lead at the half. A pretty good first half for them. And the 49ers down by 7, but they do get the ball to start the second half. So they are still very much in this game. I mean, still a one-score game. And even though they did not play that well, they can tie this game right up if they score a touchdown on the first drive after halftime. But, I mean, still a game that can definitely go either way. My original prediction was Seahawks 30-26. Definitely hasn't been quite as high scoring as I've expected. But I did think we could see the scoring pick up a little bit. I definitely think the 49ers offense will put up a little bit more points than 3 in the second half. But I'm going to take the Seahawks. They've looked really good. The offense playing pretty well. They've moved the football very consistently. The defense playing very well. So I will take the Seahawks to get the win. And I'm going to stick with my original prediction. And as far as the score goes, I'll take the Seahawks 24... I'll take them 24-13, 24-17, something like that. We'll go 24-17. But, I mean, it's still a game that can definitely go either way. But we'll go over some stats from the first half. We'll start off with player stats for the Seahawks. Sam Darnold, nice first half, 10 of 13, 98 yards, no touchdowns or interceptions. He also got sacked twice. On the ground for the Seahawks, Zach Charbonnet, 9 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 9 carries, 50 yards. And Sam Darnold, a carry for 5 yards. As a team, that's 19 for 115 and a touchdown, 6.1 yards an attempt. Then receiving for the Seahawks, Jackson Smith-Njigba, 4 catches for 52 yards. Kenneth Walker, 2 for 21. A.J. Barner has 2 for 14. Eric Sauber has 1 for 9. Rashid Shaheed has 1 catch for 2 yards. And Cooper Kupp and Zach Charbonnet both 1 target but 0 catches. Then for the 49ers, Brock Purdy's also 10 of 13. But he has thrown for significantly less yards than Darnold. He's at 47. He also has no touchdowns or interceptions, and he was also sacked twice. You're going to see the 49ers come back out so fired up with 2 more sacks and get those Hawks. Definitely possible. I mean, still very much anyone's game. So, I mean, if the 49ers come out, grab some momentum before or after halftime with the potential touchdown to tie the game, definitely possible they control the second half and end up with the win. Now, running the ball for the 49ers, they barely ran it. They ran the ball 5 times in the entire half. Really, 4 designed run plays, because one of them was a scramble for Purdy that gained 10. But McCaffrey ran it 3 times for 7 yards, and Robinson ran it 1 time for 6 yards. And then receiving for the 49ers, Juwan Jennings with 3 for 19. McCaffrey had 3 for 18. Juszczyk had 1 for 5. And George Kittle had 3 for 5. Then team stats from the first half. 12 first downs for the Seahawks, just 3 for the 49ers. Seahawks went 3 for 6 on third down. Niners went 1 for 5. Both teams 0 for 1 on fourth down. Seahawks outgaining the 49ers 196 to 69. And they're also at 5.4 yards per play. The 49ers at 3.4. Seahawks at 5.8 yards per play. Niners at 3.4. The Seahawks with more passing yards and more rushing yards. Seahawks are also 0 for 1 in the red zone. The 49ers have not made it there. Penalties, 4 penalties, 20 yards against the Seahawks. 2 penalties, 24 yards against the 49ers. No turnovers in the first half. And time possession pretty one-sided. 19-20 for the Seahawks, 10-40 for the 49ers. But the winner of this game will obviously face will get the first round bye in the NFC. Loser faces either the Panthers or Buccaneers. Whoever ends up winning that division. Obviously, Panthers if the Saints beat the Falcons. No, sorry. Panthers if the Falcons beat the Saints. Buccaneers if the Saints beat the Falcons. But let's see. I'm pretty sure the Rams can only get the 6th seed because they're 11-5. But I think there's also a chance that. Oh no! Wait a minute. So the loser of this game is not guaranteed. The loser of this game is not guaranteed to get the 5 seed. Because if the Seahawks win, then they can get the... hold on. I've messed up what I'm saying. If the Seahawks win, they obviously get the 1 seed. But if the 49ers lose and the Rams win, the Rams will actually jump up to the 5 seed. I thought they were eliminated from getting the 5 seed after their loss last week. But it turns out that's not the case, and they will get the 5 seed. Oh man, that's actually really big, because if you're the 49ers, you can actually get the 1st seed with a win. You can get the 5 seed, but if the Rams beat the Cardinals, which I think is going to happen, especially because the Rams are playing starters, the 49ers would fall at the 6th seed. And then they would have to play either the Eagles or the Bears in the 1st round, which is a much tougher matchup. And they've got to go on the road, as opposed to getting a bye and home field advantage, or having to go to Tampa or Carolina, which is a pretty easy 1st round game. So, this is really not a great scenario for the 49ers if they end up losing. Now, the Seahawks, if they lose, the furthest they can fall is the 5, because they're already a game ahead of the Rams. The worst the Seahawks can finish is 13-4. The best the Rams can finish is 12-5. So the worst the Seahawks can be is on the road next week against either Carolina or Tampa. But it's going to be very interesting to watch how these matchups all play out tomorrow. It's also weird to be streaming on Saturday night. I'm usually streaming Sunday night. And nice that I got to stream today, have a whole day of football tomorrow, and also get to stream tomorrow night. But the second half should start within the next couple minutes. The 49ers will get the ball first. Actually, second half is starting right now. So we start the second half, kick is away. And it will be... Oh, it's dropped by Robinson. Oh, still can't get it. Robinson finally picks it up at the 3-yard line, and he just has to dive ahead to the 12. That was a terrible sequence to open the half for the 49ers. Robinson dropped it, then he couldn't pick it up, and he finally would pick it up, and it's only returned to the 12-yard line. So, definitely not ideal. But so far, results in the poll, 55% of you guys said the Niners will win, 45% have said Seattle. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. So 1st and 10 from the 12. Handoff here, Purdy hands off to McCaffrey up the middle for 5 yards. A very quiet first half for his standards, but probably his best run of the day on the first play from scrimmage of the second half. Tonight, McCaffrey, 7 total touches, 30 scrimmage yards. So 2nd and 5. Purdy in shotgun back to his left. Purdy, hands off, McCaffrey up the middle again. And this time again, not much. He stopped after getting about a yard here. And they just showed this stat. The 49ers, the best 3rd down offense. The Seahawks, the best 3rd down defense. So far, it's been the Seahawks defense that's controlled 3rd downs for the 49ers. But they've got a 3rd and 4 right here. So we will see what happens on this 3rd down. From their own 18, Purdy and shotgun back to his right. Seahawks bring 4. Purdy has time. Steps up, throws outside. It's high, but caught for a first down. DeMarcus Robinson makes the play, and they move the sticks. A nice play right there. It's their second third down conversion of the day. And day. Good play to extend the drive. A little bit of a high throw there for Purdy, but a nice catch by Robinson at the 31. Play action here. Purdy to throw plenty of time. And he throws over the middle, caught by McCaffrey out of the backfield for a gain of 7. So 2nd down and 3. Brock Purdy in the first half had one pass that went further than 5 yards downfield. This is another short pass. He finds Kittle on the flat, who makes the catch for a gain of 4. He's able to break through a tackle and lunge forward. Moves the 6 right there. Kittle now 4 catches for about 9 yards. He's been pretty quiet in his return from injury. Yeah, he's caught all 4 of his targets, but for just 9 yards. Purdy 13 of 16 for 71 yards. So Purdy and shotgun back to his right. We'll hand it off here. Robinson up the middle. And Brian Robinson gains 3 to the 45. So 2nd and 7. 11:20 to go in the third quarter. From the 45-yard line, Robinson is the back once again. Bring Jennings across the formation. Purdy off play action. Steps up, gets pressured and sacked. Brock Purdy gets taken down. And brings up 3rd and long. Here for the 49ers after the 3rd sack of the day for the Seahawks defense. I believe that's Jerron Reed with the sack right there, number 90. So it's now 3rd and 13. Purdy going to look to throw. Purdy gets hit as he throws outside, and it's short of the receiver and incomplete. Looking for Kendrick Bourne, but it brings up 4th and 13. And after a couple of first downs to start the drive for the Niners, they're going to punt it away. Nick Eamon-Warry got pressure. And he hit Purdy as he let that one go. And he's had such a good rookie year. So the 49ers punted away. Shaheed from his own 18-yard line. On the return, Shaheed crosses to 30. Shaheed makes the guy miss and is chopped down at the 37-yard line. But still a really nice return right there for Rashid Shaheed. And he sets the Seahawks up with pretty good field position. They just said this. This is pretty interesting. Shaheed, the only player in the NFL this year to have a punt return touchdown and a kickoff return touchdown. And he's done them both with the Seahawks. So in the last 8 weeks, because he was obviously with the Saints to start the year, then he got traded at the deadline. But he has been a pretty good addition. I mean, he's going to be a good addition to any team with his speed. Although, a quiet game so far. He's got just a 1 catch for 2 yards. Alright, so he actually hasn't been quite as impactful as I think. Just put up his stats real quick. He's got 685 yards, 2 touchdowns on the season. With the Seahawks, he caught 14 passes for 186 yards. So that's actually nothing too impressive. But I mean, he's still definitely an impactful player with what he does with the speed. Just how the defense have to worry about them. Have to worry about him with what he can do downfield. So I mean, still impactful, even though the numbers aren't anything too impressive in his first 8 or so games with the Seahawks. Alright, so here's what's at stake. The number 1 seed and the NFC West Championship to the win, and they're going to bye next week. If the Seahawks lose, they'll get the 5. If the 49ers lose, they'll get either the 5 or the 6. Mike McDonald's over talking to his defense over on the sideline. Darnold to throw here. Darnold gets pressured, finds Walker to the backfield for a gain of 2 on the first play of the drive. Eric Kendricks with the tackle right there. So 2nd down and 8, 9:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Still a 10-3 Seahawk lead. So Darnold can shotgun back to his left. They bring Shaheed in motion. And Darnold can look to throw. Darnold sets a screen for Walker. And he gets a block on the outside, picks up a 1st down. And he's out of bounds inside 49er territory at the 48-yard line. So nice catch and run, and a 1st down for the Seahawks. And this will be yet another play. They'll run inside 49er territory. They've run well over half their plays inside opposing territory today. Kenneth Walker, 86 total yards, 50 rushing, 36 receiving. After that play. They go to him again here, this time on the toss to the right side. And he'll look for some blockers, bounce off a defender. And Walker, another good run. He'll pick up about 7 yards. He's put a really nice game. He had a long touchdown. What was that, last week? No, I think 2 weeks ago. When they played the Rams on Thursday night. But he's had a pretty good year. Shaheed goes in motion here from the 40-yard line, 2nd and 2. And another play here for Walker. This time he's hit in the backfield and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Mustafa makes the play and brings up 3rd and 2. $7:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. And we got a injured Seahawk lineman down the field. That is definitely not something you want to see. It's actually the backup left tackle, who's already starting for Charles Cross, who's been out with some kind of injury. He gets rolled up on right here. So hopefully he's okay. But they don't have a rookie left tackle. That is definitely something to keep an eye on. So we'll be able to protect Darnold's blind side here in the second half. So hopefully the guy who got hurt is okay. But a 13-3, sorry, a 10-3 Seahawks lead. Hopefully the injured player is okay. We got 7:50 to go in the third quarter. This has been another good drive for the Seahawks, continuing to move the football effectively. 4 plays, 23 yards so far. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. It'll be a 3rd and short for the Seahawks. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 49ers 40. Hold on 1 second, I'll get to your comment. So it's 3rd and 2 here. From the 40. Darnold under center, 7:45 to go in the third quarter. Charbonnet is the back. And they'll hand it to Charbonnet, who's going to have work to do. Just get back to the line of scrimmage. He's tripped up for a loss. Charbonnet goes down for a big loss, and the 49ers defense with a nice stop. He had nowhere to go, so we tried to bounce outside. And then they lost even more. So it brings up 4th down and pretty long, and it'll be a punt for the Seahawks. So the 49ers will get it back. Still only down by 7. So 4th and 7. The punt is away. And a fair catch at the 8-yard line by Sky Moore. So that is where the 49ers will take over for their next possession. 6:47 to go in the third quarter. If I can inquire, are you Roman Greece? Or I'm not sure exactly what that means. We're Sicilian. I only say this because you look exactly like Fresco from Pompeii. Yeah, I am Italian. If that is what you're asking. I've actually never seen that movie. I'm not a huge movie person. I guess I assume it's a movie. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. 49ers backed up deep inside their own territory. That was actually the shortest drive of the day for the Seahawks, not including the one right before halftime. as it was just 18 yards. I know, I wish you could see how much you look like this young man. Interesting. So far, results in the poll, 57% of you guys said the 49ers win, 43% have said the Seahawks. Be sure to vote if you're not already done so. Which one lived in Pompeii? I guess so. They're back from commercial. Purdy hands off McCaffrey up the middle for gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards. Hughes has not had much space to run the football. The 49ers run for 35 yards. Seahawks run for 118. So Purdy in shotgun, McCaffrey to his right. They bring Juszczyk in motion. And Purdy going to look to throw. Purdy throws underneath, finds McCaffrey at the backfield, picks up 6 yards short of a first down. Brings up 3rd and 2. 5:45 to go in the third quarter. The 49ers on 3rd down in their last 5 games, over 60% in all of them. That is like insanely high. But tonight only 29%. They're 2 for 7. But I mean, they're also playing the best 3rd down defense in the NFL. So 3rd and 2 here, Purdy to throw. Purdy throws outside. It's a high throw, caught by Robinson, but he's short of a first down. A nice tackle on the outside by Witherspoon. Keeps him short, and it brings up 4th down. This is the 49ers offense. They've been playing so well. But just 3 points here. Again, they can't move the sticks on 3rd down. So the 49ers send on the punt team once again. And a fair catch here at the 32-yard line by Rashid Shaheed. So the Seahawks get it back with 4:31 to go in the third quarter at their own. What would that be? This hasn't quite updated yet, but it was a 50-yard punt. Let's see. The Seahawks have it at their own 32 after a 50-yard punt. But still 4:31 to go in the third quarter. Still a 7-point Seahawks lead. No points in the third quarter yet for either side. 49ers still just 105 total yards. Seahawks at 214. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial break here. Seahawks get it back. Up by 7. With 4.5 to go in the third. Sam Darnold last season started 14-2 with the Vikings. Then lost in the Week 18 and the wildcard round against the Rams. In neither game he played very well. But then he came with the Seahawks this season. They're 13-3 right now. It's one of 5 quarterbacks winning 13 games in back-to-back years. And they could win the division, get the 1 seed in the NFC. But last year in Week 18 for Sam Darnold against the Lions, he went 18 for 41, 166 yards. Tonight he's been much better. Just 3 incompletions. Oh no, fumble! Ball's on the ground. It is recovered by the Seahawks back at the 25-yard line. But that could have been really bad. Darnold stumbles as he was trying to reach the ball to give it to Charbonnet. So because he stumbled, that knocked the ball free, so Charbonnet never got it. Man, that could have been a disaster. The 49ers had an opportunity to recover, but it just bounces away from the defender. But Seahawks very lucky. They were able to keep possession. So 2nd and 17. Darnold looks to throw. Has time, throws over the middle. It's knocked down and incomplete. Looking for tight end Barner. And it brings up 3rd and 17. Not a great start to the drive. So 3rd and 17. Here's a toss to Walker to the right side on 3rd and a mile. And he got some blockers. Walker, he's got a first down. Kenneth Walker, 18 yards on 3rd and 17. And they move the sticks. Wow, what a run. Wow, that is a pretty bad play for the 49er defense. You got a great opportunity to get off the field. And you first down on 3rd and 17. That is just something that cannot happen. He showed John Lynch in the press box. Or the suite, whatever that's called. He was not too happy. And after that run, that puts Kenneth Walker over 1,000 yards on the season. It's up to 1,007. So congrats to him for reaching 1,000 yards. Here's a high throw, but caught by JSN at the 36-yard line. And the Seahawks first down. Jackson Smith-Jigba probably about 75 yards after that catch. Not a great throw for Darnold. High and behind him, but Jackson Smith-Jigba just that good, able to catch that and make it look easy. He's got 5 catches for 71 yards. So 1st and 10 here from the 37. Darnold to throw off play action, plenty of time. Darnold throws the flat for Charbonnet, got spaced after the catch. And Charbonnet tightrope sideline, stays in bounds. And then steps out of bounds after a gain of 12. So another nice pickup for Charbonnet. He's also had a nice game. And a first down for the Seahawks. We got 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Darnold 14 for 18, 144 yards. Played pretty well. And we've also got a injured player down for the 49ers defense. I believe that is... Yeah, that's Tatum Bethune. The other linebacker doing a nice job filling in for Fred Warner. He's in his second year at Florida State. So, I mean, that is... another big loss for this 49er defense. So hopefully he's okay. Bob's hopefully Bethune is okay. He was the injured player. So it's 1st and 10 here. Play selection so far, 24 run plays, 20 pass plays for the Seahawks. Darnold in shotgun back to his right. And Darnold going to look to throw. Darnold has it knocked down at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10. Minute 36 to go in the third quarter. Collins knocked this one down at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion from the 49er 25. Darnold in shotgun, Charbonnet to his left. And they're going to go to the ground here. Charbonnet made a guy miss, but did not get much space. We'll gain about 2 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and pretty long here for the Seahawks. So 3rd and 9. Minute 5 to go in the third quarter. 3rd and 9 from the 24. They bring Kupp in motion. Darnold going to look to throw. And he throws outside. Incomplete. Looking for Rashid Shaheed. Wants a flag. And he will get one. Didn't look like there was going to be one at first. But eventually the flag comes out. And it's pass interference. Renardo Green, number 0, called for the penalty. Yeah, that's definitely interference. So it puts the ball on the 17-yard line after the penalty, an automatic 1st down as well. So Darnold under center. Hands off. Walker trying to bounce outside. Can't do it, and he's dropped for a loss. A loss of 2 on the play brings up 2nd and pretty long here for the Seahawks, with 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. So 2nd and 12 from the 19. Darnold under center. Again, they go I formation. And Darnold going to look to throw. Shovel pass forward to Charbonnet. And he'll gain about 5. So it'll bring up 3rd and 7. Interesting to see them go with that play there. Usually teams save that for goal line type situations or short yardage situations. Not 2nd and 12, but still picks up 5. And after a scoreless third quarter for both teams, it is 10-3 going to the 4th. So how about that? The 49ers, after going 27 straight quarters, without being shut out in a quarter. They got shut out in 2 different quarters in this game. They're scoreless in the first and the third, and have just 3 points in the entire game. But we go to the fourth quarter here. A 7-point Seahawks lead with the football inside 49er territory. Though a 3rd and 7 upcoming at the 14-yard line. So it's 10-3 going to the fourth. Seahawks up 7, looking to potentially clinch the NFC West and that top seed in the NFC. Alright. So they're back from commercial as we enter the fourth quarter. 15 minutes to go to decide an NFC West champion. And in the event of a tie, if that happens, which is pretty unlikely, but if it does happen, it would be the Seahawks who get the top seed and win the West. Because obviously they're already a game better. They're 13-3. The 49ers are 12-4. The 49ers under Shanahan, they're 1-38 when trailing by 7+ in the fourth quarter. Not very good. So 3rd down and 7. Darnold in shotgun, and he'll look to throw. Darnold gets pressured. Darnold throws the flat. Caught up with the tight end Sauber, and he'll gain just a yard. So it brings up 4th down. And it will be a field goal try here for the Seahawks. They try to go up by 10 and make it a 2-score game early in the fourth quarter. So 31 yards here for Jason Myers, 1 for 1 on the day. Made from 45, missed from 47. 31-yard field goal try from the right hash. And this field goal is good. Right down the middle. So 13-3. The Seahawks lead the 49ers in a defensive game early in the fourth quarter. This game is zooming by. Last chance. Let's get the ball back. Down the line. Need points on the board. Yeah, I mean, this game is really going fast. Like, it's only 10-13. We're already in the fourth quarter. I mean, this game did start a little bit earlier than the Sunday night or Monday night games usually do. But, I mean, still, it is going really quick. I'm only streaming for 2 hours and 5 minutes. And I started streaming pretty much at kickoff. But, I mean, we've also seen the Seahawks have the ball for, like, the entire game. And they've only got 5 incompletions. They've run the ball a lot, so the clock has really never stopped. And, I mean, even when the 49ers have had the ball, they've only got 4 incompletions. The quarterbacks have combined to go, let's see, 31 for 40? Yeah, 31 for 40. So, I mean, the clock's not really stopping because there's no incompletions. The only time the clock's stopping is when there's a change in possession. Yeah, this has been a quick game. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. The 49ers get it back. Really need the offense to get going. I mean, they've been playing really well coming into this game. And they've put up just 3 points through 3 quarters. But the 49ers, in their last 4 games, 26, 37, 48, 42. And tonight they've put up 3. Their season low in points is 16. No, sorry, 15, which they scored against the Texans, and it lost 26-15. So, I mean, it's kind of understandable because Texans defense is obviously elite, although the Seahawks defense also really good. I mean, I think they're actually second in the NFL. Texans are best when it comes to points allowed per game. So the 49ers will get it back here. The Seahawks set to kick off. Alright, here, they put up the stats right now. The Seahawks allowing 18.1 points per game, which is second best in the NFL. Only behind the Texans, who are allowing about 16 per game, I think. Robinson here, on the return, brings it back to the 29-yard line. And that is where the 49ers will take over with 14:09 to go in this game. The 49ers just 105 total yards and 5 first downs. They've run 31 plays. So Purdy and shotgun here, McCaffrey in motion. And Purdy going to look to throw. He's got time. Now Roll was right, escaping the rush, and Purdy throws downfield. Nice throw on the run, finds Kittle inside Seahawk territory to the 48-yard line. And they move the sticks. That's a nice play. Probably their best offensive play of the day. Can't win with those game stats. Yeah, really. And it's a big reason you've only got 3 points on the board. Kittle 5 catches for 29 yards. Purdy to throw here. Pressured, steps up. Purdy. Pump fakes, and he'll keep it himself here. And Purdy can pick up another first down on the scramble. Gain of 11. And he moves to 6 with his legs. That's back-to-back nice plays. $13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Brock Purdy, 97 yards, 21 rushing yards. 16 of 20 passing. Purdy pump fakes the quick throw. Hands off to McCaffrey instead. And McCaffrey is going to fight hard to get 4 yards. McCaffrey is not running too effectively today. Let me pull up his exact numbers. 2nd and 6 here for the 49ers. McCaffrey's run for 20 yards on 7 carries. He's got 50 total, because he also got 30 receiving. 2nd and 6, Purdy throws a screen outside for DeMarcus Robinson. Makes a nice catch and gains about 10 on the catch and run. Another 49ers first down. This is what the offense needs. Consistent first downs and just be able to move the football. Really doing that for the first time. And now Juwan Jennings over on the sideline. Getting into it with some of the guys along the Seahawks sideline. But the season low for McCaffrey, in terms of rushing yards in a game, is 25, which he had in that loss to the Texans, where they only scored 15 points. He also had 43 receiving yards in that game. So, I mean, pretty similar type game for McCaffrey. It's been a fairly similar game for the offense as well. Not a whole ton of points. Obviously, they did end up scoring 15 there, only 3 here. But so the offense, not great. Purdy looks to throw here, has time, throws outside. Oh, what a throw by Purdy. Caught by Jennings at the 9-yard line. What a throw by Brock Purdy. So it's a first down for the 49ers and sets them up first and goal at the 9. That was nice. Jennings running a corner. He's able to get the ball over the corner, but in front of the safety. That's a nice play and a great throw for Brock Purdy. So first and goal from the 9. Purdy in the pistol. And I'll turn around and hand off McCaffrey up the middle. Gain of about 3 down to 6. Brings up second and goal. 10:55 to go in the fourth quarter. McCaffrey third in NFL history with 116 scrimmage yards per game, but tonight he's at just 53. Been a 6-play, 64-yard drive that's taken 3:45 off the clock so far for the 49ers. Second and goal, Purdy in shotgun back to his right. Purdy to throw. Throws outside for McCaffrey. It is bobbled. Intercepted! Picked off. McCaffrey couldn't catch it cleanly, and off the deflection, he got picked off inside the 5-yard line. Wow. How often do you see that? McCaffrey doesn't catch it, and it gets picked off. McCaffrey, one of the best receiving backs in the game. He's unable to catch this one cleanly, and it bounces right into the hands of the Seahawks defender. Wow, that is a huge play. It goes right off his hands. Wow, that is a huge turnover. The first of the game, and right when the 49ers moving the football, they get it down inside the red zone, and then they turn it over. There goes the points for that drive. Yeah, really. They really needed that, too. Just something to go their way offensively. They were getting it, too. Moving the football. Should have been able to get at least 3 on field goal. But then they throw a pick. Well, that one, not really on Brock Purdy. Should be caught. Charbonnet on first down with no gain. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 10:05 to go. Now the best bet if you're the 49ers right here is hope your defense gets a stop. And you can force a punt and get the ball back with a pretty good field position. So 2nd and 9 from the 4. They actually give Charbonnet a yard there on first down. Darnold to throw. He's got time. Throws outside. That's called for a first down. Jackson Smith-Njigba to the 18-yard line. And they move the sticks. Nice throw and catch. 9:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Jackson Smith-Njigba 6 catches, 84 yards so far today. Darnold under center. Gonna hand it off here. Charbonnet to the left side. And Zach Charbonnet gains a yard, maybe 2. 9 minutes to go. Darnold has now thrown for 4,000 yards this season, and is the 3rd quarterback in Seahawks history to have thrown for 4,000 yards and 25 touchdowns in the same season, joining Russell Wilson and Geno Smith, actually their last 2 quarterbacks. Make it 3 in a row that have now thrown for 4,000 and 25 touchdowns in a season. Darnold's thrown for exactly 25 touchdowns and 4,013 yards right now. Rolls to his right here. Darnold on the run. He'll keep himself, and Darnold is tripped up after getting 5 yards. Yeah, I'm looking a lot like Super Bowl 53. Yeah, really. I mean, 13-3. A very defensive game. So 3rd and 2. Seahawks 4 for 9 on 3rd down. Darnold in shotgun back to his right. from their own 25. Darnold going to look to throw. Darnold throws that pass. Caught by Kupp for a first down. They move the sticks to gain of 5. And a first down for the Seahawks. And we got another injured player for the 49ers. Hopefully he's okay. 7:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Oh, it's actually Tatum Bethune as the injured player again. He got hurt before, so apparently back in the game, but now he's hurt again. So hopefully he's okay. He's one of the guys to really step up, replacing Fred Warner. But wait for them to come back from commercial. We've got 7:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Seahawks put the ball on their own 30-yard line with a first down after the 5-yard pass to Cooper Kupp. Alright, so they're back from commercial. After the injury timeout, hopefully Bethune's okay. Second time he's got hurt today. So 1st and 10 from the 30. We got 7:15 to go. Darnold under center. Handoff here for Kenneth Walker. Gonna try to bounce outside. Makes a cut. Walker has another first down. 12 yards. To the 42-yard line. And a nice run. First down, Seahawks. Walker up to 122 total yards. 86 rushing, 36 receiving. He's played a nice game. Tonight, Charbonnet's run for 59 and a touchdown. Walker's run for 86. It's been a good game for the Seahawks running the football. There's a handoff. Walker up the middle, and he's got another good run. Breaking a tackle and another first down for Walker. Gains 11 this time, and another first down for the Seahawks. 6:20 to go in the fourth quarter. And they just keep letting this clock run. Down to 6:15 to go. Charbonnet comes into the game, running back. So they just keep running the football. The clock keeps running, down to 6 minutes. And the 49ers might run out of time here. They bring Kupp in motion. And Darnold, off play action, to look to throw. Steps up, throws to Charbonnet underneath for the safe completion. And he picks up another 6 yards. So the playoff picture in the NFC. Right now the Seahawks lead the conference and they'll likely on their way to the 1 seed. Then you've got the Eagles and Bears as the 2 and 3 right now. Well, they can switch the order depending on what happens tomorrow. If both win, the Bears will have the 2, Eagles at 3. Or if both lose, same thing. So 2nd and 4. Handoff here. Charbonnet will get another first down, another 7 or so yards. As we were at 5 minutes to go. And the rest of the playoff picture in the NFC, you've got the either Buccaneers or Panthers, depending on who wins tomorrow between the Falcons and Saints. But they'll be the 4 seed. Then you got the Seahawks, the 49ers at the 5 or 6. The Rams at the 5 or 6, and then the Packers as the 7. So 1st and 10 here, Darnold under center from the 36. Play action, Darnold rolling left. On the run, Darnold throws sideline too high. Oh, it's picked off. I don't know if he got the feet down though. He didn't, and it's 2nd and 10. He got picked off, but he could not get the feet in bounds. Was too high for JSN. And yeah, maybe got 1 foot down, but definitely not a second. I mean, that's what the 49ers need. They need some kind of turnover. Almost got it right there, but ends up incomplete. They go back to the ground. Walker, this time no space, and he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd and 10, 4:15 to go. Can wind this all the way down to about 3:40 before snapping it on 3rd down. Oh, actually, the 49ers call a timeout right here. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Now, the 49ers obviously have 2. But the 49ers call the first timeout by either side in the 2nd half. And we will see what they can do here after the timeout. 4:12 to go in the 4th quarter. Down by 10. 13-3. So 3rd and 10. Seahawks 5 for 10 on 3rd down. Right now they're on the 49ers 36-yard line. So they are technically in field goal range, so there would be a long field goal, and they've already missed 1. But Darnold to throw on 3rd and long. Darnold steps up, rolls right, on the run. Darnold throws back across the field, call for a first down. Cooper Kupp inside the 20, down to the 12-yard line. Another nice play for Sam Darnold, and a first down for the Seahawks. And this long drive continues. The 49ers really needed to stop right there, could not get it. A nice play, a little bit of a dangerous throw back across the field. But he's able to find Cooper Kupp wide open. And they move the sticks. So nice play right there. Kupp, 2 catches for 29 yards. And after that play, the 49ers called their 2nd timeout. Leaves them with 4:02 to go and 1 timeout. But a 12-play, 85-yard drive that's taken 6:19 off the clock so far for the Seahawks. From the 12, Darnold under center, hands off, Charbonnet up the middle, and he picks up about 3. And there's the 3rd and final timeout for the 49ers. 3:57 to go. The Seahawks still have all 3 timeouts, although they're not going to be trying to stop the clock here. They want the clock to run as much as possible. And the Seahawks also can pick up another first down without scoring, which will let them take even more time off the clock. So 3:57 to go. You could take a lot more time off the clock here. Ball on the 10-yard line. A first down is inside the 2. So Darnold under center. Charbonnet at the back. I formation. And Charbonnet gets the carry here to the left side. And he spins inside. And Charbonnet picks up about 4. Getting it down to the 6-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 4. They can run this down to about 3:10 before they snap it again. And you can get the first down without scoring here. Charbonnet has never fumbled in his career on 521 touches, 0 fumbles. That's why he's in right here. 3rd and 4. They go back to him. Charbonnet up the middle. Charbonnet stopped just short of the first down. That's a big stop. But the clock does continue to run. They don't have to snap it again until there's 2:25 to go. So it's 4th and 1. And the offense is going to stay out there. There's been a 15-play, 94-yard drive that has taken 7:40 off the clock for the Seahawks. This has been an impressive drive. So it's now 4th and 1. And they're going to go under center with the tight end to try to sneak up. This is a long yard. This is more like a yard and a half or 2 yards. But they try to draw him off sides. They don't. They don't jump. So it brings the flag out. And they'll bring on the field goal team. So the Seahawks take it away. And they'll kick the field goal to go up 16-3. So Jason Myers, he is 2 for 3 on the day. This one should be pretty easy for him. About 28 yards, something like that. Maybe a little longer after the penalty. Nope, maybe not. 26 yards. He's made from 31 and 45, missed from 47. This is a 26-yard field goal attempt. And Myers... Oh, he hit the upright! It's no good! Myers doinks it straight off the upright. And it's no good. So it stays 13-3. He's no good from 26. And it's a 10-point game with 2:20 to go. Wow, I mean that's an impressive miss right there. He just doinks it right off the upright. He's now 2 for 4 on the day. So, I mean, technically there's still a chance for the 49ers, but they're going to need to get an onside kick, which is extremely unlikely. Purdy to throw. Has pocket collapsing, and he throws incomplete to a sliding DeMarcus Robinson. 2:16 to go. 2nd and 10. The 49ers have the ball on, I believe, their own 15. That takes their own 20. Oh man, Purdy hit his hand on the top of the Seahawks defender's helmet right there. That's gotta hurt. The 49ers, over their last 6 games, they're scoring 35.7 points per game. Tonight they put up just 3. This one to the outside, caught by McCaffrey, but he's taken down right there at the point of the catch by Nick Eamon-Warry. And he stopped it for a gain of 4, and that brings up 3rd down, and brings us to 2-minute warning here in the 4th quarter. But the Seahawks up by 10, 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And they're well on their way to the 1 seed. 49ers not looking great right now. The offense just been completely shut out. And I mean, the defense for the 49ers, they've played pretty well. I mean, they haven't really been able to stop the run, but they've played a pretty good game. They've only got 13 points. Although, could be worse, but I mean, the 49ers, not their best game. But we got 2 minutes left in this game. A 10-point Seahawks lead. And the 49ers also out of timeouts. But the 49ers, they need pretty much a miracle right here. They need an onside kick. They need to score twice in 2 minutes. A field goal and a touchdown. So I mean, the best thing might just be getting to field goal range, kick the long field goal. Once you're confident you're in a range you can make it from. And then try to get the onside kicks. You know you have time. Because sometimes teams try to take too long to get the touchdown. And then there's 5 seconds left and they have to recover an onside kick and throw a Hail Mary. But 13-3, 2 minutes left. 49ers with the ball third down on their own 24. It's 3rd and 6. Purdy to throw. Purdy throws outside. It is knocked away. Nice defensive play. Trying to get it to Kittle, but it got broken up. It's now 4th down. And it's their last chance here for the 49ers. That's another great defensive play. The Seahawks defense played so well. Very tight coverage right there on Kittle. So gotta have it. 4th and 6. Purdy pressured. Hit as he throws. Ball is out. Incomplete. And the Seahawks defense gets the stop. They get the ball back and Purdy's floated it up. Took a huge hit right there. Was under pressure. And he is still down. Man, hopefully he's okay. That would be really bad. The backup left tackle, who hasn't been terrible today, actually got beat on that one. Purdy got hit from the blind side as he threw it. Got hit from in front of him as well. And hopefully he's okay. 49ers defense. Oh man, Purdy cut his hand from what he hit it on the helmet. But he's able to get up and jog off the field, which is definitely a good sign. Although, we'll go right into the medical tent. 49ers defense played better, in my opinion. On the field most of the game and still playing strong. Yeah, I mean, the defense was pretty good. And they only allowed 13 points. Although the Seahawks definitely helped them out a few times by turning it over on downs in the red zone and missing a couple of field goals. But yeah, the defense for the 49ers played pretty well. It was the offense that did not play well at all. And it's really weird because it had been the exact opposite coming into the game. The 49ers offense has been scoring 35 plus points a game for their last 6 games. And it's been the defense that wasn't playing that well, but today it's the exact opposite. But the Seahawks, they take a knee. I guess I should switch this back. But they take a knee. They will win the NFC West, get the top seed in the NFC, and they'll have the bye next week and home field advantage throughout the postseason. And for the 49ers, they will have to leave home again this season. Obviously, if they won, they wouldn't have to, including the Super Bowl, which is in San Francisco. But they'll be on the road next week in either Tampa, Carolina, Chicago, or Philly. A lot of different options. They beat the Bears last week. I don't think they played the Eagles. And I believe they played the Buccaneers. That's the game Fred Warner got hurt in Tampa, actually. I believe they won that game. And I don't know if they played the Panthers. They probably did. Probably beat them. Let's see. 49ers, they have... That is not what I'm trying to do. Hold on. they actually lost the Buccaneers 30-19. They beat the Panthers 20-9. They also beat the Bears, and they did not play the Eagles. So that is what they would have done against potential opponents for next week. Another great play-by-play stream. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. I appreciate it. But final score 13-3. The Seahawks are going to get the bye next week, and they'll play the lowest remaining seed after the wildcard games next week. They improved to 14-3 on the year. The 49ers go to 12-5. They'll have the 5 seed or 6 seed depending on what the Rams do. If the Rams lose, it'll be the 5 seed for the 49ers, 6 seed for the Rams. But if the Rams win, it's switched. But that's going to do it for this stream, everybody. Final score 13-3. A low-scoring defensive game, but Seahawks get the win and the 1 seed in the NFC. But that's going to do it for the stream. I'll be live tomorrow for Sunday Night Football. Another huge game. Another game where the winner will win the division. And in that case, make the playoffs as the Ravens and Steelers play tomorrow night. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. I do my best to post as often as possible. Be sure to subscribe, turn notifications. Got a lot of content on the way. But yeah, I'll be live tomorrow for Sunday Night Football. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. And I'll see you guys in the next video.